Now for a movie rant break, One Up presents a movie rant break. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Movie Rant Break. Today, we got another episode for y'all, and it's going to be a good one. Got returning guest Matt G.
What's happening? AKA the fucking idiot, as you said over the intro. Wow. You know, inside jokes, though. Inside jokes.
That's inappropriate. So, today, we are reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It was directed by Peyton Reed, written by Jeff Loveness, produced by Kevin Feige, Stephen Brossard, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly. That's that right?
I don't know.
The girl, it's Kate from Lost. Love her. Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newton, David Dashmalishin, Katie O'Brien, William Jackson Harper, Bill Murray, Michelle Pfeiffer, Corey Stolley, Michael Douglas. Cinematography, William Pope. Edited by Adam Gerstel and Laura Jennings. Music by Christoph Beck. Release date was, it's supposed to be this Friday. Today's Thursday, February 16th. They don't do midnight releases anywhere. They do like Thursday evening ones. So today is February 16th, 2023. But the release date technically is February 17th. Of 2023. We've got a runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I think that covers that. Brief breakdown. It's got Ant-Man and company going to the quantum realm. Ant-Man and a bunch of other bugs, or humans that are superhero names are the name of bugs, and Ant-Man affiliates going to the quantum realm.
Yeah.
So, let's get into this.
Where would you like to start?
I'd like to start this by saying how much of a dork that I felt in this instance when I went to go watch the movie. So I hold the door for this older couple.
Very nice of you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you. Then they go in front of me naturally. And it's like one of those situations where it's a double door, so you hold the door for someone, and then the next door they have to hold it for you.
Yeah,
which kind of like fucks up the whole.
Negates the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm holding the door for you now, like because there's another fucking set of doors.
What do you mean? You didn't hold the door for them and then sprint to the next door to hold it for them again?
They'd have to wait.
No ambition, no hustle.
So this happened, and then as a joke, they're like, "Oh, thank you so much," and jokingly, I said, "Just don't take my seat," because now they're in front of me. Joking, and
they took your seat.
No, listen, and then they go. Ooh, we get into the lobby. They go, well, they were actually in the mud room, so to speak. They're like, oh, don't worry, like it's all yours or whatever, some stupid shit. And then we get into the lobby. And the woman turns back to me and says, what movie are you seeing? And I was like, Ant-Man. And they were going to the pub at the movie theater. And I felt like such a fucking dork because
awesome.
they're like, oh, well, what movie are you going to see? Because I don't think they picked up on my joke. But then she said,
she was trying to get a little intrigue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
maybe they were going to ask
Ant-Man,
you. Maybe they were going to ask you to dinner if you said you were just going to the pub. You know what I mean? Who knows? Why don't you join us at dinner? I've always wanted to have that happen to me. It's never happened to me in life. Just like a random person being like, why don't you join me? I totally would.
He totally would.
I totally would. So if you see me out and you're like, would you join me for lunch or dinner? I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Fair. But do you understand how almost mortified I was? Because I was like, Ant-Man. And I'm by myself.
Yeah, because
I was like, Ant-Man. The woman was like, okay. Like,
that's interesting.
He's like, you're going to see Ant-Man. Like, good for you.
Yeah,
like,
good for you, sweetie.
It's like, God damn it. It felt so fucking stupid after the fact.
That makes me feel way better about my movie experience. I took my sister to Ant-Man for her birthday. Her birthday's Saturday. So that was my birthday present. I took her to the theater, bought the tickets, paid for the food. You know what I mean?
But you have to be rich to buy this.
You're a high class citizen if you can go and afford that. The $8 Kit Kats.
Yeah, and you know there was another part to this story, or just like the next thing that followed my experience of seeing this film. I'm going to my favorite theater, and
It is a great theater.
It's a great theater, and then I get up to the spot to buy the ticket, and I noticed there wasn't my candy of preference in the display.
Oh.
But then I naturally just still asked because like maybe it's hot right now. And it's like, and I'll take a box of Raisinets. And
You go Raisinets
since day one. That's my movie theater go-to candy.
So
It's Raisinets. Shout out to the Raisinets people.
If you were doing like a tier, it's like S tier, like top tier.
It's 5-star tier.
Okay. Do you do? Yeah, that's a great question. How do you do tiers?
Like I do 1 to 10 to the 10th place. I don't do tiers. It's 1 to 10.
I like tiers, like because there's certain things like that are on the tier, like you know what I mean. So it's for reference for me, like my S tier candy, which is like the best, is Reese's, but also on that tier, which I like
Reese's Cup.
Reese's Cup. King size Reese's Cups. No, regular fucking Reese's, like a goddamn American, okay?
Okay.
And then what also is on that tier is Reese's Sticks. I fuck with Reese's Sticks.
Do they even make them anymore?
Hell yeah, they do.
That's just like a commodity.
Anytime I see them in the grocery store, they get thrown in the cart. Just one, you know what I mean? I like the little wafers.
Sometimes you get 2 or 3. You throw one in the freezer. Don't lie to me.
Oh, I minimum get home and throw the Reese's and the Sticks in the freezer. I don't eat Reese's warm. It's got to be freezer temp.
It's class right there.
Yeah.
That's fucking high class.
I know.
But so I asked they didn't have my Raisinets, and I was like, is there management?
You asked for the manager?
I go no, I actually, to be fair, I said like, well, can you tell your management, because they were younger people. I was like, can you tell your management that like that needs to be in there? And the chick goes, because there was a young gentleman and a young is this woman? They don't have it's not a gentlewoman? She was a gentlewoman. There was a gentleman and a gentlewoman. And the gentlewoman was like, well, so like we have them sometimes, they just like sell out, and such was like, so you don't keep like the highest selling stuff stocked? And she was basically spouting bullshit, because then I was like, well, just tell your manager that like you should have Raisinets. Like, this is my favorite theater. Like, to not have my go-to theater candy.
Yeah, don't make me smuggle in candy. I'm trying to give you.
Yeah, like I'm money. Trying to like give you business.
Try to support a small business.
Yeah, and it is like it's like off the radar theater, but it's gas. You've seen it. It's super dope. And then as I'm checking out, I was like, you know what? She's like, "Would you want something else?" It was like bunch of crunch. And I was like, actually, you know what? I don't even want candy. I was like, see what you guys did? I don't even want to eat candy because you didn't have my go-to. And then I'm checking out with my popcorn and water. And then this larger woman rolled up to the...
Why do we need the adjective?
Because I want people to know,
it
was management. It was management. Oh, okay. The larger...
the larger... So I took it the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay. She's offended.
Was she big, though?
She big. Not like too big, you know,
was
but
she like
workable. And I go, is that your manager? And they're like, it is. And I was like, all right. I go, hey, what's you guys aren't carrying Raisinets anymore? She's like, well, they just are expiring. I was like, well, just, you know, like that's like, so how did I phrase it? It was, you know, it's like one of the staples of, even if you don't eat it, it's like you see the Raisinets when you roll up to the desk or the ticket counter. The ticket counter, it's there with a bunch of crunch, the fucking Swedish fish, the staples.
Typical
so, like
movie theater candy.
Yeah, Raisinets,
snow caps.
Yeah, like I don't eat snow caps, but like I like seeing the snow caps. I like to see it there.
I like seeing it. Yeah, like it's comforting.
Yeah, it's like I'm at the movie theater, and so like to not have that, I was a little bothered, and I made my point to the manager about it and the other staff, and I was just like, "Fuck!" Like I'm gonna take my napkins and go.
How's the popcorn though?
Popcorn is delicious, but that was just like going in. There was a lot going in.
Yeah, you had a very emotional time.
It was emotional.
Yeah,
but I got in there. And I was they have a balcony, which is dope. Sitting on the balcony. But that's the preface of the situation. That's it. That was the full story.
All right. Do you want to do the breakdown? Brief breakdown?
I already did. You're not even listening to me. Are you even fucking listening?
No, you said they went into the quantum realm and that's it. Like,
what else do you want to know? Like,
I don't know.
Tell the people what you want them to know. What
know.
Did I miss?
It's your show. It's your show.
Wow. Reception of the film. I'll get into that one. Or make sure I do that when we break it down.
Write that down here. Let's make sure to get into.
Okay, so getting into this.
Oh yes.
Quantumania. What campsites in the quantum realm? How do you feel about that?
What do you mean, like campsites?
Old Wasp had a campsite.
Oh.
Do you think she made the tent correctly? Like the fire was stoked?
Whatever, dude.
It was a reasonable like campsite.
I went to see this movie for one reason and one reason only.
A campsite?
No.
In the quantum realm? How they camp in the quantum realm?
No, I did not go for that.
But it was a bonus for you.
Sure.
Like you were like, now when I go camping in the quantum realm, I know the supplies that I need.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this movie had like 3 different movie references in it all at once, and it really kind of like blew my mind.
Let's hear it.
And I want to see if you like picked up on it. So my first reference is King the Conqueror trying to get out of the quantum realm.
Okay.
And he's going to take his dynasty with him. All I could think of is Clue in Tron Legacy.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
Going from the grid to the real world. King's
Yeah.
going from the quantum realm.
Of course I saw that.
Okay.
It contained like I liked how they kept this not an end of the world plot and it was in the quantum realm and it was contained in the quantum realm. But all I could think of was the Tron Legacy baseline plot of getting sucked into something, in this case the quantum realm, not the grid, and then Kang, aka in this case Clue, trying to get out, and they even had the same shots when
he was speaking.
Old Wasp gets captured and brought to the chamber of Kang. It's the same. They like frame for frame was the same. Like the
I think they literally like were like, let's just do Tron right here, guys.
And they totally did. Like that's all I could think about. Like if you've seen that movie, and that was like a redeeming factor because Tron X is one of the best films of all time, in my opinion. Tron Legacy.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's top 100 films of all time. Like I don't care what anybody says, because that review's coming and I'll explain it. But for now, it was definitely some things that I also saw, and it was like frame for frame in that shot. And there were some other things, and it made the film. Those parts were the better parts, but it took me out of it. Like if you hadn't seen those shots, you would probably think it was a cool shot. But it's like it's reused.
Well, then so the next one is when Cassie's like being like, "Oh, come here to the tower and fight and show up and blah blah blah." All I could think of was like the newest Star Wars movie when everybody shows up to like fight Palpatine at the end and all the shit, all the ships.
I don't recall, but
yeah, a bunch of people just show up like freedom fighters. Woo! So then like that happens, and then they're all getting ran, and then Michael Douglas at the end reminds me of Gandalf in the last Lord of the Rings showing up with all the ghosts and just wiping the entire like Kang army.
This film,
and I was like, did they just reference 3 different movies in literally a 30-minute span?
Yeah, I thought this film was lazy as fuck. There's a tremendous amount of plot holes. The biggest plot holes in this film was, and there was a lot. It was all regarding basically around Old Wasp.
Yeah.
Everything regarding her history in there. Like she never brought up the fact that she made friends and was having sexual relations in the quantum realm with what?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, and potentially like, did she fuck Kang?
I mean,
she could have.
She had needs, Jordan.
She explicitly said she had needs. So she was fucking in the quantum realm. She didn't.
How do you think sex feels in the quantum realm? You think it feels different?
It feels smaller. That's why she was bouncing around. She's like, I gotta try the black man out. I tried the white man. I gotta try the black man. She would have got to the Asians and all other ethnicities, but she just didn't have enough time.
I mean, she was in there for a long time.
But it's the quantum realm time is different.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So
30 years I was in the quantum realm.
Yeah. So her character was absolutely atrocious, and I thought it was so disruptive in the film because I was trying to get into the film because it's tying in the characters from the Loki TV series, which quite frankly was really good.
It was.
And Kang was a new character, especially for the majority of the fan base. Like most people don't know who Kang is. Like in the same sense, I didn't know who Thanos was. Like, and it got X-Men '90s cartoon all up in this bitch. Like, I know my shit. You know what I mean? Like, top to bottom. But it's like you bring that character into this Ant-Man film, and like he was great, and I'll get into that. But it just was messy and a disservice and just lazy. It was really weird watching it.
I will say, it was the perfect bridge movie.
They could. We spoke pre-show, and I was saying, right now the situation with the way that Marvel films are, the outcome of them, it's like two shitty ones, one good one, and the way I like to say it, 2 L's equal a W, and we're getting two.
Dubs.
Yeah, I said it. 2 L's equal a W. You can write that down. So, in this case, this was one of the L's. Like, I bet. Because I think the Black Panther 2 was a W. I thought that was a good film. And this one was poopy, and hopefully Guardians isn't poopy. Maybe that's a dub.
Maybe. Yeah, I think, well, I mean, Guardians is like ending a lot. Like, there's going to be no more Drax after it. Who knows if Bradley Cooper's going to keep doing Rocket. Who knows what the story's going to be, honestly.
Yeah. So, it was, the tie-in was shitty and a lot of plot holes. Her character sucked, like I said, and her dialogue sucked. Her explaining things was really messy, and her execution and acting was really disruptive. I just couldn't get into what she's saying. It's just, she kind of needs to, let it rest.
Figure it out.
Yeah, she done. Like that movie, like my sum up was that wasn't it. You know what I mean? And I also thought Cassie's character was very sloppy, and
I hate that she was recasted from Endgame.
Was she?
Yeah, it's not the same girl. They went with somebody with a little more prowess.
Prowess. Okay. Prowess.
Sure, yeah. I don't know words.
That's fine.
I'm just an NPC from Ohio.
Yeah, shout out to that comment. That's hilarious. So yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of the kid version of the superheroes. Like, we got Lil Bug, or whoever the fuck this is, Ant-Man's daughter.
Name. Yeah,
it's just whack. Hawkeye, the kid thing was kind of whack, and then we get also Ms. Marvel, which I didn't watch. It just looks stupid. I'm just fucking done with that shit. It just makes, like, can we have adults in here? This whole like kid superhero shit is so whack, and like this movie already was not that good. And
the adults left with Tony Stark.
Excuse me.
The adults left with Tony Stark.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Shut up. So Cassie's character sucked. She had a funny interaction with MODOK.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dick, and that whole shit was kind of funny.
MODOK was so weird.
I liked MODOK though.
He was sick, yeah, but like it was just weird how they like did that.
I thought it was a cool tie-in. I just didn't know if that was like it made sense for the source material, because MODOK, from what I understand, is like a Captain America / X-Men villain or something. More so X-Men is where I've seen it, but I think he does Captain America shit. What the fuck? So I wondered that when it was happening, if that was like not like it didn't go with this material. Like they just threw him in here. I liked how he tied in from the first one, but I was like,
yeah, I mean, it made sense for the first one being like, oh, he went down to the quantum realm, and then Kang, you know what I mean, like made him his bitch.
Yeah, which was like cool, and like his character's kind of funny, his face stretched, and like they like kind of played on the fact that he's a real dude and is kind of insecure about the fact that he's just a head now.
You're just a head.
He's got no dick, and
baby legs and baby hands
and baby booty cheeks. Like they showed his booty cheeks, and I was like, "Word, okay." Like,
I mean, whatever. Yeah,
all right.
Anything the mouse doesn't surprise me anymore.
Yeah, it's like we're just gonna show these little baby butt cheeks of this. Like,
they like pick and choose when to be weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely inconsistent.
Yeah. Like you guys want to do that for this movie, but not for this one. I don't know anymore.
MODOK was cool though. Like
I like the guy that plays him. I think he's a good actor. He's in what's TV show House of Cards.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he's good in that. He does a good job. I'm a fan.
House of Cards. That's the one with Kevin Spacey.
Mr. Canceled Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Mr. Cancel Kevin Spacey. Yeah, he just be like groping and like grabbing booty cheeks and ball sacks and vaginas. I think he just grabs everything.
Yeah, he likes what he likes.
Get after it. If you're gonna do something, do it all the way.
Yeah, just sexually assault people.
It's not their fault they feel assaulted.
That was sarcasm.
Did you know that? Okay, in the beginning of the film, Ant-Man is an author. How do you feel about it?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I'm an Avenger. Woo! I don't know. I just could throw away Ant-Man's character and not really care. Paul Rudd's fine. I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
But the whole story that he has is just sure.
The first one was cool. But the last one's this is the worst one.
But now just connecting him with Kang is fine. To get Kang in the universe. If you're gonna waste a movie, at least you waste it on Ant-Man to get Kang in the the MCU. That's fine.
Yeah. So
Jonathan Majors was sick.
Yeah, his character was really good.
That's why I went
flawless.
That's why I went to the movie to see Jonathan Majors as Kang.
His character was really good. He had this sensibility about him and mystique that was really dope and which is consistent top to bottom. He had some really killer lines. He threatened Ant-Man that he would torture him essentially by putting him in a loop watching him murder his daughter eternally, which was that is the most next level. It's not pain, it's torment to the fullest, which was gangster. And then he had a really gangster line where he calmly asked if he had to take what he wanted away from somebody. He's like, do you want me to, am I going to have to take it?
Yeah.
He knew he was the superior.
Bro, he's a conqueror.
Yeah. And I thought the villain was great in this. Kang the Conqueror was great. It was him and MODOK were the only redeeming factors that were cool and enjoyable. Everything else about the film I thought was really shitty and average. The special effects were cool, I guess.
Yeah, the quantum realm itself looks sick. Bill Murray's cameo, whatever. I thought it was funny where they changed the octopus into big and just fucking ate Bill Murray or whatever.
Yeah, and it's why are humans there though? They try to explain it, but it's in their plot hole why humans are there. And that was a big thing I had with this film is the whole quantum realm essentially was this
it's a universe inside of our universe.
Yeah, it's an infinite microscopic universe, and they made it seem in the second film that old Wasp was just floating in the quantum realm in this limbo, whereas it was more she was out there fucking and shit. Yeah. And they now in this film just made this whole sci-fi world, and it just was really forced and it wasn't.
It also makes me have a question with Endgame. It's Ant-Man was in the quantum realm. He
didn't see no peoples either.
You didn't run into Kang down there, big dog. You didn't run into Kang. You know what I mean?
Because that's saying huge plot holes and. I didn't like the quantum people. I thought they were corny and fake. The costume design was absolutely atrocious, and the character design was shitty as fuck.
The purple thing, the drink thing, that thing.
The drink thing?
Yeah, the thing that they made him drink so they could understand it.
The ooze?
Yeah, the ooze. The purple guy that it comes from or whatever. You know what he looked like? The aliens from Jimmy Neutron.
Word, I'm not as familiar with that, but
shout out Jimmy Neutron. Okay. That movie was great.
I mean, the ooze had a funny line, and how many holes do you have? Sorry,
ooze.
Yeah, that sequence is kind of funny, and then how many holes do you have was funny.
Yeah,
and then sorry, is that a personal question? Yeah. He's sorry, I don't have any holes, and he's what comes out of your holes? And then they interrupt it.
The telepath was funny. I didn't hate him.
I didn't like the glowing up with the forehead guy. I thought that was dumb.
It didn't bother me that much.
I didn't like the lighthouse motherfucker.
Bro, he got fucking clapped by Kang. That was fire.
Dude, come on. That shit is so fucking lame.
Bro, when he killed him, I was just in the movie theater. I just was like, bye.
Dude, it just, what the fuck? It's like they took every idea that they could ever come up with and just threw it in here. And it almost felt like a terrible version of a Star Wars world.
Yeah.
There was people with crystal heads. There was this barbarian chick that was really sad when the lighthouse died.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Stupid. They had these Java-looking characters.
Bro, they probably had like great quantum realm sex, man.
Dude, the Mysterio ripoff shit.
Yeah.
They had, did I say Javas?
Yeah.
They had Javas. Yeah, like, what the fuck? It just was it was so sloppy and lame. It didn't make any sense. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
it felt, it was like sci-fi, but it just didn't make sense. It was all forced. I just don't understand. Then, like, all these quantum people, like we said, in this world, this quantum world that the old Wasp was living in, she never brought it up. And then, like, when they're there, she's like, I can't talk about what's going to kill us. Like, you can't stop for 10 seconds and be like, there's this crazy overseer motherfucker. We need to get the fuck out of here. She's just like, I can't tell you. I'm trying to protect you. It just was, like, so lame. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is dumb. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer's character sucked.
There's a guy in here who's got, quote unquote, that dog in him. We got to get out of here.
Shut the fuck up. Like, how did you feel about the quantum traveling ants?
That was cool. Like, I didn't hate that. Yeah.
I thought it was stupid.
I mean, it's like, it was just a quick way for them to put a bow on it. I thought it was very fitting for, like, you know, Michael Douglas being like Ant-Man, you know what I mean? I thought it was fine.
Okay, and then, like, Kang getting carried away from the ants. Like, you didn't think that was dumb as fuck? You can't just do, like, a little shockwave and kill all the ants? Like, that was
I mean, yeah, overwhelmed, because that's what ants do, you know?
They overwhelm you? It's not like one of their traits, like ants. They're like, they take your crumbs.
It's teamwork.
They're overwhelming.
Teamwork, dog. That's what ants
like
do.
The clones. The clones. Did you like the clone shot where like they all were ants?
Dude.
I was like, that's kind of clever.
It was clever. I just like, again, it was a great bridge movie. I just got Kang out of it, and that's all I cared about. Honestly.
Okay.
Like, I was like, all right, like, fine. Like, you know what I mean? I thought like the after credit scenes were cooler than anything.
Can we get to those later?
Yeah.
Because
do you want to get to them after the credits?
the ship with the goo steering wheels that look like goo version dryer machine ventilation tubing.
Yeah, it was weird.
You think that's the best they could do?
I guess.
Okay. I just thought you'd be like,
I got nothing. Again, it's another Marvel movie I really didn't care about. I just wanted Kang.
Okay. How did you feel about the advanced super ants? Like, not only did they travel through the quantum realm in time or whatever, but they were like
smart.
Sure.
Gang shit.
Thank you for your great insight.
Very educational. No, I thought it was cool. Like, it didn't made sense. Like, Michael Douglas is like, actually, like, no, they're pretty smart, man. Look at them. And then they like live like 1,000 lives in X amount of time. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, so now they're just super smart and created a society that like is
so fucking random.
Yeah. It's just like
his character was so unneeded.
Who, Michael Douglas?
Yeah, this movie's just like the ants, guys. It's like, go, like, retire. Just retire.
I appreciate Michael Douglas because he got throat cancer from eating his wife's box too much. That's what he said. So
that's actually a thing. I know someone that allegedly has gotten that.
Yeah, it's Michael Douglas.
No, someone I was like, there's like
it's Michael Douglas.
Them pussies be like, nah. It's when you. It's from Dirty Snatch, is what it's from.
What a great term, by the way. Snatch.
He got snatched from the snatch. That's facts.
Got snatched like Kang did.
You're done. Did you think it was preachy at the beginning of the film when Cassie, Ant-Man's daughter, was getting...
We have to help everybody.
She made this comment about peaceful protest, but come to find out it was about homeless people from the blip. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't about some other current nonsense in the past 5 years. It was its own take on... It was a homage to, but it was essentially its own thing in the film. It was the blip homelessness issue, which I guess is like kind of preachy, but like not... It's easily dismissible, I suppose. But
Dad, we have to help them. Yeah. They need our help.
Go to school, bitch.
Yeah, for real.
She's probably going to be in some superhero shit with all the other kiddies, and it's like, oh my God, this is so fucking corny.
Just make it a fucking Disney Plus TV show. I don't give a shit anymore, dude.
You don't have to put the kids in the movies. Like, it's just so corny.
I'm getting closer and closer to the point where I'm just going to be done with Marvel, man. It's just fucking, it's boring.
It is like this film was very boring, and that's just how. Like I almost am like, should I stop reviewing them? But then like Guardians are coming out, and I do like Guardians, but
Guardians should be good. It should be.
I think I might cut down the Marvel reviews.
But then again, it's like, this movie, spoiler alert, nobody fucking dies. There's no actual stakes at it. Like,
I thought that would have made the film cooler is if Ant-Man died at the end.
if he had to stay in the quantum realm, that would have been fire.
That would have redeemed the movie tremendously.
Tremendously.
And I would have been like, this is great. And then Kang escapes, and then he's just out there.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean...
And then Ant-Man contemplates whether or not he's dead or not, which I did like the whole, struggle of him as he's living his life. He's like, wait, is the guy gone and dead? Like,
is he coming back to chop my fucking head off? Also, cold ass line by Kang being like, you know what? I've killed you motherfuckers so many times it all just blurs together,
Yeah, Kang is definitely starting to be a cool villain. Is he going to be the Thanos of this phase?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what the Secret Wars is he's involved.
No, it's a Marvel movie called, or an Avengers movie called The Kang Dynasty.
Okay.
So all those, can I talk about the post-credit scene?
No, I haven't got that far. I wanted to... Shut up. No, the two other things I wanted to mention was I love Evangeline Lilly, Kate from Lost. I love her, but her as the Wasp with her... Pshoo! That wasn't it.
No, that wasn't the move.
She just was like way too animated with it. She's like, pshoo! Like every time she was killing way too many motherfuckers in the scene with Bill Murray getting eaten by that thing. Like she was just like holding them off, and like also like just her shooting shit was whack, and then like her appearing at the end when Cassie gets through the portal and she's like, "Where's Scott?" There's like 2 minutes that she waits to get back in the portal and then save him. Like the timing was just so incongruent
Weird
and stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I just also on the fact of like her, it just reminds me like Ant-Man having to like constantly be like, "No, I am an Avenger."
What it said again? What is
Ant-Man being like, "No, I am an Avenger." Like, I'm an Avenger. The rest are on the way. Nobody's coming for you.
MODOK's an Avenger.
Yeah,
That scene was funny.
he was funny.
MODOK was good. Like
yeah.
MODOK and Kang in this film were great, and it was
Bro, when Kay just like MODOK started talking, he was like, "Go to the fucking corner, dude."
like, "Shut the fuck up, you
bro.
dickless bitch."
Yeah, fucking nerd.
The other thing, well, what was it like? She just made a portal home at the end. Like that was so played out by yet again the old Wasp. Like she just everything about her character just made the movie stupid, and then. Also, with the old Wasp, when she finds out who Kang is, she doesn't even want to hitch a ride to her world, even though knowing he said he wouldn't fuck with Earth and just get the fuck out of the quantum realm. It's like you wouldn't hitch a ride with O.J. Simpson if you've been stranded on or like get on a boat listen. If you were stranded on an island by yourself for 30 years and then O.J. Simpson rolled up on a boat, you wouldn't get on that boat to go home. Get the fuck out of here.
So you're on a desert island with O.J. Simpson, Ray Lewis, and Aaron Hernandez. Who do you side with and why?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't. They're all high risk. I don't know them. I'd have to have like a luncheon with each of them to make.
So you sit on the desert island. You bring your waiters over. You have a nice steak dinner with all three of them and decide which one to roll with. Or do you bring them all?
They all have boats.
Or do you bring? Yeah. All even, but it's like
they're like all built a boat at the same time.
All right, actually, let's change this really quick. It's you and that person versus the other two. In like hunting on the island. So you have to choose one of them as a teammate.
Like current, like in their prime or just like all the like.
Prime physical. I mean, obviously one of them's dead. Like, well, OJ's in his 70s.
Well, I don't have to worry about the crime. Like, I don't know. I feel like low key Aaron Hernandez is the most ruthless. Like he's messy.
But like he might turn on you though.
I think we get home.
But like, do you get home and then he comes for you so you don't talk about what you did? Like here,
I'm willing to take that risk when I get home. Like I'll handle it.
I might lean OJ.
Nah, because he's like the most crazy psycho of them
Yeah,
all.
but
Because he's out here writing books about it.
But he got away with it.
I know, but and it's like kind of extra dark. It's like he's twisted.
Yeah, but like if he gets away with it, he just like won't come after you if you don't say anything. You know what I mean?
Well, and
like I think Ray Lewis is an automatic out. Like he only got arrested. Like obviously he murdered the dude. Let's not be frank here.
Well, I wouldn't pick OJ because like he'd get away with killing me. I know if like Aaron Hernandez, like if he did kill me in society, they'd at least get him.
Yeah, I mean,
they wouldn't get OJ.
I think the man that kills me, deserves respect, and if he gets away with it, he gets away with it. Game's the game.
Fair. I mean, I would get a ride off the island, like just straight up. That whole notion of you've been stuck for I don't know decades. You got to hitch the ride and just deal with the consequence because I'm not. There's no more coconuts.
You're going with Hernandez.
I mean, it depends how the luncheon goes.
Okay.
Like,
is it a luncheon or a dinner?
Like the person that doesn't drink is sus. Like
I mean, old Ray Lewis before the murder, not a man of God. Ray Lewis after the murder, man of God. People forget that, I don't forget these things.
You know what? It's a tough question.
I think I'm going OJ.
Yeah, you're dead. He can't already. Like you won't make it there. He'll just like eat you.
Is my boat off the island shaped like the white Bronco?
It's a white boat.
I'm in. Yeah. License plate just says Juice. The name of the boat's Juice.
Yeah, it's the name of the boat is Juice. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
So
completely left field.
Consensus of the film for me: villains were cool, great. You could say just everything around it was absolutely lame and boring, and with tons of plot holes. And it's a shame because these villains, including MODOK, were really well done, and it made me not stay for the post-credit scenes. I just was the first person out of the theater.
You didn't say for the post-credit scenes?
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
No, that's why you're going to tell us.
Wow.
I just wanted to make that.
That's
emphasis.
crazy. Now I hold all the power here. This feels great. You literally just walked out of the theater. You were like, fuck this shit. I'm out, dog.
I'm done.
I'm done. I see what I needed to see.
Yeah.
So the first post-credit scene is the what I call that? The Council of Kangs all getting together.
Okay.
Because the exiled one was killed. And now they go, hey, man, you killed one of them.
So that one did die, allegedly?
He did die. But now that they've touched one of them, they're like, oh, nah, like, we got to be on our fucking gang shit. Like, they ain't
They're
fucking,
Kang shit.
Yeah, we fucking.
Kang shit.
We on our fucking Kang shit. They ain't fucking with us. You know what I mean?
Okay, so they're about to fuck shit up.
Yeah, they're about to. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second post-credit scene, Loki season 2 tie-in. It's Kang back in like I'd say 1800s.
Oh, cool.
Talking about how time is like a mirror and like going through all that. And Loki and Owen Wilson are in the crowd. And Loki's like, that's him. And Owen Wilson's like, this guy, he seems fine. Like the Owen Wilson, you know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that was cool how they tied that in, considering at the end of season 1 for Loki, TVA was ran by Kang.
So I'm excited for Loki season 2.
I'm excited to see Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. He's fucking.
Yeah, he
killed it.
Yeah, it was the only cool thing about the film, and I think it would be a disservice to like completely throw this film away in the sense of like, oh, it's a 1 out of 10 because
no, it's not.
Because there was things that were cool. Oh, I would say 90% of the film was not good.
It's mid.
Shut the fuck up.
It's mid. Is it not mid?
Well, the reception of this film from IMDb currently is a 6.6.
Mid.
Rotten Tomatoes 49%.
Mid.
Metacritic 50%. Yeah. And currently I don't have the budget, and the box office is TBD because this is the Thursday.
You know what? We're on top of it. We see it night 1. We get this podcast out, whenever it comes out, this weekend. I don't want to put a date on here or a deadline or anything. You know what I mean?
I hope we'll have it tomorrow, to be honest with you.
That'll be fire. I mean, it is tomorrow. So Saturday or Friday?
It is 12:14 a.m. We'll be out here working late.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit it with a 4.3. What are you hitting it with?
I was going to go... I had something in my mind. I'm not letting your score change where I'm at. 5.6.
Okay.
I can't give it below 5 because I really like Kang and MODOK. And especially Kang.
Jonathan
Majors is just fucking sick.
Yeah, like if they weren't so... I would call him... Kang was stellar. MODOK was good.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, it would be like a fucking 2 something, high 2s, low 3s.
1.9. Paul Rudd as like him dragging a film, like a superhero film, just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it was just,
Like,
it was a super basic ass film. It really was.
Yeah. It just, it just doesn't do it for me. And that's okay. I don't care about your kid either,
Yeah.
I don't care about Wasp, to be honest.
Old Wasp or young Wasp?
Either of them. Don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about these characters. The only character I cared about was Kang. And MODOK was a nice
We got some development of those, and
MODOK was a nice little sprinkle in there.
some salt and pepper. I like it.
A little bit of season. Some clay.
So we can wrap this up. What's good with some plugs?
Oh, yeah, some plugs. I'm over on YouTube, MG the Iceman, streaming Warzone 2 right now. Make sure you guys pop in for that. The new season's actually been super fun. Doing that, I had a conversation with my sister today. We're getting the new logo for the podcast because you brought that up recently with Morgan. So we'll be doing a sports podcast. So TBD on that. Don't have a link for that yet.
That's been the case the past like 3 episodes.
I know, but my sister forgot. So I was like, hey.
So your sister is dictating when you're starting your show.
She's going to do the artwork for it.
I know, but you're letting your sister dictate your progress in life. And like,
I mean, it's...
I'm just kidding.
All right. Anyways, it's kind of a dry spot for sports right now. The Super Bowl just got over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got the NBA All-Star break, so then that's going to be off. I don't know. We'll probably kick off like starting March here.
Word. And
It'll be called Matt and Morgan in the morning.
Very cool. I thought you were gonna start doing Madden. That was something I remember you saying in one of the last episodes.
Brought up Matt. Madden just sucks.
I think it's fun to watch people play Madden and then get pissed off.
It's just not fun.
Okay, well,
But speaking of video games, are you enjoying Harry Potter?
Hogwarts Legacy is absolute gas. So gas. It's working its way to my favorite game of all time. Like over Kingdom Hearts and like
That's crazy.
Final Fantasy like 8, like the OG games that I really fuck with. I really like the South Park games. Those are fucking gas. And this is like so well thought out and executed and pays so much homage to things. And it's like the plot and context of it is really dope. Like they did what I said they should have done for a film series, and they just started in the 19th century.
Yeah.
And so it's not... There are some older lineage of characters, members, like showing up, like great-grandmothers or whatever.
That's fire.
But it's nothing that's like directly correlating with
The books.
correct. And that's kind of nice. And it's just, it's fucking awesome. Really enjoying the
Glad
game.
you're enjoying it.
Yeah. They like did the entire Hogwarts full out and Hogsmeade, and you just like, I get lost just like wandering Hogwarts, and it's so fun because there's like all this lore. It's like
Bro, when I called you and you're like, dude, I'm lost in Hogwarts. Hold on, I got to get out of here real quick. Let me
I have
pause the
to
game.
like save and log out because it's just so immersive and so cool. And on a nerdy tip, the collectible aspect of a game, it's like one of those, like there's many facets to the RPG, and I've never enjoyed collecting collectibles, like finding stuff, and then there's like stuff regarding the lore, like information of the things that you're like encountering.
Yeah.
It's just been like really fun and super enjoyable. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a dope ass game.
It's awesome.
Shout out to things like Portkey Games.
Yeah, this is like, they've made other games, but this was like one
Not
of their
nothing like
first
this.
bigger titles. Yeah,
They've never made a Potter game that's like this. Like this is fucking super gas.
I remember the old Harry Potter games that came out with like the movies.
Yeah, them shits are trash.
Oh, come on, man.
This is fucking impressive.
Yeah,
this is like new age PS5. Like,
Yeah, not PS Pores. No better way to end the podcast than Porsche.
PS Fizzle.
PS4s.
Shout out to the PS Fizzles.
Yeah. Great system.
Great system. I love PS4s. I got stuck on my PS3 because I'm a G. So thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
MG the Iceman on YouTube. Check out his streams and his other content.
Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all there. So appreciate it.
Bang, bang. And yeah, thanks for being on the show, like I said. And I appreciate everybody for checking this episode out. Hope you enjoyed it. We got Matt G hitting it with a 5.6.
See.
And your host hitting it with a 4.3. And that's this episode. I'll check all y'all out next episode. Love y'all. Deuces.